without trying to bore you to death, I'm going to show you how I decide how to trim a wing chair. Stay tuned. Okay, this wing chair has a pattern and a stripe in it. Right here, you can see it's got some kind of a floral type pattern here with the stripes. Now, there's different ways to match in upholstery. The two main ways are to flow, which is to make the patterns, when they meet, the pattern looks like, that you had your flower continue from one piece of fabric to the next. That's a flow match for a pattern. And then there's the stripe, which generally always will be a flow match. You always want it running together. But when you get them together, you don't necessarily want to do a flow match on both, because with a pattern like this, you can see it's kind of got a certain size. Well, the idea is to see it centered here on the piece. Now here's the wing, and it's got to come down here and hit where this one will hit it in a, coming across. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. But before I do that, I want you to see that inside the pattern on this, it has a little pattern too. And it really matters where this ends up. So this is, again, an instance where you have a pattern that needs to be what I call picture framed, in a specific spot here, instead of, if that main pattern hit here or hit halfway on here, it would look out of place. So what we don't want to do is worry about how the patterns flow match here, because we want this one to picture frame, we want this one to picture frame. Now if it were, it didn't have a stripe and it had like I said, a vine, I would run that vine wherever it runs, all the way up on that pattern in a flow pattern. So, but what we're doing today with this fabric is we're going to flow match the stripes. We're going to picture frame the patterns. Okay, you can see from the inside we have a stripe that comes up from the end arm that's matched going up there. Well, that stripe comes up over here on top. So we're going to line up our stripe with this point, and we still want it to line up with the stripe that's coming from this arm at that point here. And I'm going to show you how I do that. All right, we're going to start by putting this arm on as if it were going on, so that we'll know where it is the stripes are going to be in relation to the wing. Now this chair, it's taller here than it is here. So, and I want my pattern straight with the bottom, so I'm going to need to line up my bottom first and then pull up and stay tack where this arm would be, and then we'll find out where my stripe's going to hit for the out. Here's the point that I need to know. Now you can see I've already run my welt. Now typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my welt down here at the bottom because it's under a roll here. I'm going to bring it up and go all the way around the back here and down the other side. So that's what's going on there. And we're going to run our ply grip across here and up around to there, and then we'll put our Dacron on. All right, here on the back, all we're gonna do is take our pattern, take our fabric, and we're gonna line it up with the stripe in the front, and then we're gonna center it down on the bottom, and then everything should work to the sides and be equal on both sides. The further you move from the center, you'll notice the stripes begin to mismatch. This is because the out back is on a straight line across the back, where the end back is on a curve up and over the hill.